Merci, bonjour, hello. My name is Treena Chambers. I am Métis. My family has roots coming from the Red River Valley and through the Cypress Hills. I grew up on the lands of the Sinix peoples in what we currently call the Kootenays, and I'm talking to you from the lands of the Musqueam, the Squamish, the Coquitlam, and the Tsleil-Waututh nations. My current academic focus is in public policy, and I'm studying for my master's at Simon Fraser University. My hope is that my work can somehow expand the way public policy engages with Indigenous peoples. So far, my experience with public policy has been thinking through politics, thinking through economics, but lacking in public policy is a sustained engagement with Indigenous thought, Indigenous academics, and Indigenous activists. My hope is that my work can help the university and people to think up through better ways of engaging with Indigenous ethics in things like ethics of care and the way storytelling helps us to be connected and to connect with each other. Stories, whether they're in front of the campfire, whether they're around the dinner table, or whether they were under the covers with a flashlight, have always been where I've been able to find a space for myself, but also where I've been able to dream a world that's larger than me and experience a world that engages with thought and engages with emotion in ways that can help us and me, and could even help policy people to think through how we are forgetting who we are and what we need to do to be better together. I think often about books that have shaped me and that could shape others. So many of them, whether they're Italian noir, whether they're pulp fiction, whether they're books like The Thornbirds that I grew up reading secretly when nobody else was around. I think about how stories by people like David Robertson, by people like Sherry Dumont, by Marilyn Dumont, and how things are brought to front by Alicia Elliott and Jordan Abel, and how those kind of stories are missing and the sustained engagement with them is missing in Indigenous engagement through public policy. My hope is that someday we're able to think through a public engagement process that includes a real engagement with Indigenous thought, with ethics of care, with the power of story, and that through that, we build together connections that shape us in ways that allow us to be kinder, to care more, and to be more respectful of each other and each other's dreams.